Technology has come up as a huge subject for people who are the brightest in the country. A lot of them, in fact, after 12th standard, they are choosing law as their career. Have you heard of this? Yes? No? Yeah. Right, so it's no more. So now let's talk about and open up opportunities for you, and I will try and take up your questions if you have questions. Now, you do not, see, there are two things. One, because of our family background and some kind of unknown pressure, if you ask me that what did I take out of this school, I think reading, the habit of reading, because in my family there was no habit of reading. The habit of reading which I took from this school has taken me everywhere in this world. So I could crack, and with very humble submission, I could tell you that there are exams like GMAT, Graduate Management. Later on you will hear, it's an exam which is conducted by a US-based agency, and it is meant for the topmost business schools of the world. Even, one of my, in fact, Oxford selection happened because I could do well and there in that exam. And that is, in fact, a gift of the school, because reading is something which I gathered, and that is what has taken me anywhere and everywhere. So you talk about exams like CAT, which is Common Admission Test for getting through IIMs. English is important, right? You talk about any entrance examination, cracking IPM, English is important. You want to do well in CLAT, and you want to be a good lawyer, again English is important. In CLAT, you hardly have maths, but there is maths, 10 standard maths, 20 questions out there. At every stage you will find English is important. And this was about IQ. So developing your intelligence quotient in that. Let me talk a bit about EQ, which is the emotional quotient. And that's very crucial. So people who are going to do well in future are going to be people who, along with IQ, are also very good with EQ. In fact, I would give emotional quotient more importance to IQ. So the current set of roles, your future roles are going to be leadership role. I'm sure you know artificial intelligence is going to eat up a lot of jobs, right? So a lot of jobs in future won't be required. For example, maybe in 5 years' time, you to read and read a lot, crucial. So create social networks for yourself. Don't remain in your own cocoon and not connect with people. Connecting is very important. But it's good to go after small successes in life. It's not necessary to have large success, big successes, and which is why I promote you that somebody coming to you and saying you are good, it's a huge booster and it takes you out of distraction. And therefore, having some kind of a hobby and then displaying it to the world is a good idea. So which is why a lot of people say that okay, modern technologies are not good, but I'm in favor of how you can use it positively. You can write well, and then you can put it on blog 100%. One of the best ways to let yourself off through distraction, is create hope in yourself, and hope comes from progress. Whatever you do, measure it. That's what the last thing I wanted to say. You want to build your body, measure it every day. You will never get distracted. You want to do well in a competitive exam, you keep taking tests and measure it. Whether you're going further, one of the worst things which any student can do while preparing for a competitive exam is not to take a test. You keep taking, in fact, whenever I suggest you start with taking a test. You take more of tests and you agree. But am I a good person to really give you advice on this? No. I myself keep changing a lot. I told you, currently, I went for elections and I've become a bit of a political activist. See, the time to, so I would not like you to really change too much, except the fact that next 5 to 6 years is the time to focus on capabilities development. Developing your capabilities and those skills. And what are the skills I'm talking about? Communication skills, quantitative skills, ability to calculate things, right? And English communication skill. You do these, put in front of you that general aptitude, all of you must be very good at. That is one part. The second part is that whatever career you take up in future, your communication skill and people-to-people skill and your ability to do public speaking is going to really matter in life. Now, it doesn't matter whether you are an introvert or extrovert. If you ask me, right, and people who know me, they all feel I'm very, kind of an extrovert, but I'm not an extrovert, right? So, the word introvert and extrovert is wrongly understood. An introvert is a person who feels highly charged when that person is alone. That's it. It has nothing to do with speaking. An extrovert is a person who feels highly charged when he's with a group of people, right? Energized. People wrongly attribute. Okay, so this is a very interesting question. Whoever has asked this, philosophical kind of a person, deep thinker. How to find society's biggest problems and how to solve those, isn't it? So whoever has written, good. Now, see, you'll be surprised that some of the brightest minds in India, they have become very big business people, and they become great doctors, lawyers, teachers, but their motivation was not money. Their motivation was exactly this. Their motivation was to solve the problems of society. For example, Facebook. Be a lawyer, but then they understood that my interests are not there in that field, but I also became successful. I think success will remove all the failures. A small success, you can build on that success. It's very important in life to get small success in any field. It could be music, it could be literature, art, it could be science, but I would advise young people to search for small success that builds confidence in the parents and society that you are dedicated, you are disciplined, and you can take things to a logical conclusion. That is why pressure comes up. And most of the time, the way you communicate is going to be very important. Right? That's very crucial.
The next one is, how would you change a person's mindset who has a lot of potential in a corporate world job but has been brainwashed to do a government job for his future prospects?
See, I myself have done a government job, right? There is no job which is a bad or a good job. So first you have to understand that why people talk about government job, because maybe a lot of times our parents have only seen that, experienced that.
Yes.
They have not experienced what a private job looks like, and since they have never seen that, the mindset gets changed to that. So how did I change that? I had a bank PO job, and I got through IIM Indore, Kozhikode, FMS, and IFT Delhi. I took my father to the hostel of these institutions. I made him speak to the seniors, and each one of them had salaries which were 12 times a bank PO job. 12 times. My father is also a human being, selfish. He understood, isn't it?
Yes.
So you cannot, by speaking you can't change. Letting them experience. So the best way is bring role models in front of them. They will tell you, they will explain.
Yes.
If you want to convince anyone, don't speak to them. Convince through others. Right.
Yes.
Bring them right role models in front of them, they will get convinced. You speaking, never.
So we would like to know about your approach towards counseling. Like, how do you individualize counseling sessions for a client?
A better person. A radiant and graceful afternoon to our distinguished guest, Mr. Manish Bariyar, Honorable Principal, Vice Principal, Plus 2 in charge, sir, respected teachers, staff members, and my dear friends. I, Shrija, the head girl,
and I, Aviral, the head boy,
feel extremely pleased and privileged to propose the vote of thanks on behalf of school management and acknowledge the contribution of people who made the seminar a huge success. We truly believe that what has been said by Manish sir will benefit us tremendously, as he has given us a new perspective to tackle our career challenges.